Hello again for one final time in this series. We're in the final with Meteors and Phantoms of the men's side of the British Open. We've seen Phantoms come through groups, quarters, semis, and now they're in the final. They've got to 5-5 against Meteors with 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. One of the teams is going to win this set. The other team is probably going to step off before the set ends unless it's really tight. We see a nice trade opportunity there from both sides, everyone getting out of the way. But if one team is in the lead by quite a bit, the other team is probably going to try and step off to force a final set to try and get the draw to go to overtime. But for now, let's see who can take that lead first. Pre-throw from the Meteors side. Phantoms fake through it, and they're going to set up with 4 balls. Where are these balls going to go? Maybe on the right-hand side. 2 balls into the middle. They get a hit, but Evans throws the pre-throw and then takes the catch from tapping to bring Jamie Hughes straight back onto court after he is hit. That means Meteors are going to go up 1 player in this. 1 player with 14 seconds left. Very doable for Phantoms. They're going to try and play this out, see if they can get the hit in this play. They've got 4 balls. They shoot into the middle. No hits, late throw, can't get the hit. Ellis is hit. Phantoms need to step off. Owen Reed can't hear the calls. He hasn't responded yet. He's looking to step off. Time goes as he steps over the line. Was it in time? That's going to decide whether or not Meteors just win the set now or we go to overtime. Let's have a look in slow motion. Prepare for awful sound. Looks like he gets his foot down off over the line. That is a line fault before the whistle goes, which means he has stepped off in time. There's people at the back that Meteors are saying didn't step off in time as well, but they were already off court, so that is definitely in time. Correct call. We're going to overtime. One more time. You can see at the back there, the call from the retriever from Paddock. Absolute desperation trying to get Reed off the court, but he made it. 7-5 Meteors. Phantoms have to win this set. Phantoms get a clean quick start back to Bell. Bell comes up and throws it into the middle, gets the hit off the start, but Meteors want a false start. Is it? It does seem to be early, but we've seen this a lot in this series, and this got me thinking, are they really false starting this much, or is it something to do with the footage? So, I went forward in this game and I found a reference point. So big shout out to Jamie Hughes for stamping his foot so loud on the fakes, and we can use this as the reference point. So you can see there, it's actually delayed. The sound definitely comes after he stamps his foot. So let's realign the sound so it's actually on time. And then do the same thing for the false start. And it seems more like he's much more on time. So I did this for the previous false starts that we did as well. So I think actually on the Rangers side there's a little bit of leaning forward, but these aren't like proper false starts. You could technically call it, but like the push off is definitely after the whistle. Same in the Storm game. It's very, very fast on the whistle, but it is after the whistle. So I stand corrected. I think these false starts were actually fine, which is probably why they weren't called at the time. Hey, remember this from like 2 minutes ago? Now we know the audio's funky. We should realign it for this too, right? I don't think he made it. Whoops. Moving swiftly on, back to this quick start, now that we know that he was in time. Clean quick start, back to Bell. Bell's foot is maybe above the ground there. From our angle, we really can't tell whether he's scraping it or whether it's down. So, I mean, as far as we know, this is a clean quick start. Looks really close. He could have his toes on the ground. He's got to have both feet down on the floor. So it's just a case of whether or not he's scraping his toe or if he lifts off. But either way, this is how it is. 6-5 to Phantoms. They are a player up. Remember, 1 set down, 15 seconds left. Phantom's probably going to play this quite safe. Throwing a single from the back in the neutral zone. Evans comes back to try and make something happen. Single ball into the middle, gets the hit against Winters, tapping back up, balls collide, but Christopherson is hit in the middle. Trade on the far side, but Smith managed to get out of the way and gets the hit against David. Let's have another look at this. Evans hit onto Winters. Tapping comes forward with Christopherson. They go for a trade, but the balls collide, and then Bell on the far side gets the hit against Christopherson. David comes up, and Smith manages to survive the trade. But one more out to look at. On the right-hand side, you can see the line ref calling someone out. From this throw from Evans, the hit against Winters in the middle, going to the left there. And at the back line, Elliot Czar does step on the back line from the It looks like he's kind of got his toes up over it, but I think the front of his toes are just on the line. Called out by the line referee. It takes a second to make sure that actually happens, but eventually it is called. So that leaves 3 players on the Meteor side. Christopherson in the middle is out there with his hands up, so there's 3 players actually in. On the Phantom side, there is 4 plus Elliot off screen, who's currently on court but will be called out. So 4 on 3. Phantoms win the set 4-3. Wow, that was a tight one, but they've managed to bring it back to 7-7. We are going to overtime once again. As usual, 1 minute. If at the end of the 1 minute both teams are level, then we will go to sudden death and the next out will win the game. Here we go, 1 minute, 6-6 to take the gold medal. Phantoms again win that middle ball, but can't get the clean quick start this time, so they're going to set with 3 on a nice slow attack. There's no need to rush it, you just need to get that single ball hit into the middle. Ellis can't find the hit off the first throw, but Phantoms get the ball back, and they're going to get the second attempt again. That early hit is just so valuable with such a short amount of time on the clock. This time Retriever gets a foot to it, bounces off to the side, and the camera makes a stop. Valuable for Meteors so they can get the possession, however, slightly blocking off our view from the left-hand side. Crowd absolutely loves it. Good work from the camera. Meteors with their first 3-ball attack. Evans on the near side looking for Tappin's toes, but can't find him. With the cloth behind them, Phantoms are going to keep that 3rd ball possession, and they're going to get another go at this. This is the state of tournaments, unfortunately. Sometimes you're going to have the net behind you and it's going to be better. Again, Bell looking for the toes of David in a similar fashion, but cannot find him. Gives possession back to Meteors. 8 seconds left. We're getting very, very close. Looking for Bell and Smith on the left-hand side, but cannot find the hit. 2 seconds left into sudden death. Next hit is going to win it. Far side, David pre-throws, Smith throws, but no hit. Tapping throws late, Evans on the near side, and then Evans comes back with the hit onto Tapping and wins it for Meteors with the sudden death hit. Let's watch again. Far side, Smith throws from the middle as David tries to throw a similarly timed post throw. Near side, Tapping throws a late one into Evans. I think he tries to get him as he steps up for that running count to try and catch him off guard. We'll never know what actually happened, but doesn't get the hit. And Evans comes through to get the running counter hit back onto Tapping to take it for Meteors to take the gold medal. What a fantastic way to end the series and end the Open with a really tight final. Thank you for joining me for the Phantoms journey through this tournament. Thank you to Phantoms for the footage. Thank you for Dodgeball for being exciting. And I will catch you in the next one.